All right, let's talk about something that goes way deeper than just learning grammar rules or memorizing vocabulary. We're going to dive into the really powerful connection between getting good at English and that feeling of genuine, solid confidence when you're out there on the global stage.
Have you ever been there? You're in an international meeting, maybe a party, or you're just traveling, and you feel completely silent. Not because you have nothing to say, you totally do, but you just can't grab the right words to say it. It's so frustrating. It's kind of like being a ghost at your own table. Well, that feeling, it actually has a name. We're calling it the confidence gap. And it's a barrier that's not just about language, you know? It's this psychological wall that can really hold people back, even the most brilliant ones. Because inside your head, everything is perfectly clear. You see the solution to the problem, you've got the perfect witty comment lined up, and you know exactly how your own experience could add so much to the conversation. It's all right there.
And this right here, this visualizes that struggle perfectly, doesn't it? On one side, you've got this rich, complex, powerful idea. And on the other, the simple, basic words you can actually find in the moment. That space between the two, that is exactly where confidence just disappears. So, to put a fine point on it, the confidence gap is the space between who you know you are on the inside and who you can show the world you are in English. It's that disconnect between your true potential and your current performance. And you know what? Closing that gap is the key to everything. Okay, so we've got the problem down. Now, how do we fix it? How do we build that bridge across the gap? Well, in the world we live in today, the most powerful tool we have is often the English language itself. I want you to think of English not just as a subject you have to learn, but more like a master key. Seriously. It doesn't just open one door. It unlocks access to international business, to global travel, to academic circles, and to friendships that can literally span continents. You know, a bridge doesn't just get you from point A to point B. It allows for a flow of ideas, of commerce, of connection. And that's exactly what a shared language does. It just closes that distance, not just between places, but between minds. So how does this actually work? I mean, how does learning vocabulary and sentence structure turn into that feeling of, yeah, I've got this? It's a really fascinating psychological journey. And that journey, it really unfolds in three pretty powerful stages. It all starts with getting rid of fear, then it moves on to building your true identity. And it all leads to this incredible sense of belonging. So step one is all about clarity. That fear of saying the wrong thing, you know? Of being laughed at or just flat out not being understood, it can be paralyzing. But when you get more proficient, you get more precise. And that precision gives you the confidence that what you mean to say is what people are actually going to hear. And just like that, the fear starts to fade. Next up, expression. Look, with basic language skills, you can get facts across. But with real proficiency, you can communicate you, your sense of humor, your passion, your unique way of seeing the world. You stop being just a generic person from your country, and you finally start being yourself. And that brings us to the final step, connection. This is the real prize. When you can understand the little nuances in a conversation, catch the jokes, and contribute freely without overthinking it, you're not an outsider looking in anymore. You are in the conversation. You're building real trust, real rapport. You belong. And here's the most important part. This internal shift has very real, very tangible results out in the world. It completely changes how you act and what you're actually able to get done. So, what does that look like in practice? We're talking about real-world stuff here. This is you confidently leading that international meeting instead of just sitting in the back. It's sharing a personal story that makes the client truly connect with you. It's building a global network based on actual conversations, negotiating for a salary that reflects your real value, and, just having the guts to ask for what you need to succeed. And it's so important to remember this. Confidence is not about reaching some magic level where you have zero fear. That's not real. Confidence is having the tools and the belief in yourself to speak up and take action even when you're nervous. It's courage, pure and simple, and it's powered by your competence. So as we start to wrap this up, let's bring it all back home. Let's make this personal. Let's talk about your future, your voice, and your next chapter. What we've been talking about this whole time, it is so much more than just adding a new skill to your resume. It's a fundamental transformation. It's about finally giving your brilliant ideas, your unique experiences, and your true potential the voice they have always deserved. It's about claiming your seat at the global table. So I'll leave you with this question. Just think about it. With the confidence to be fully heard, to be truly understood, what's the first conversation you're ready to start? What's the idea you're ready to share with the world? The bridge is there. All you have to do is start walking across.